record the last call. Can you believe it? So just for Rebecca's benefit, just kind of tell about yourself in general, like who you are, where you're from, how you got into Avon, but then we'll go right into what's that piece of your story that really is your empowerment story.
Okay. So
I'll hand
my
off
name is
to you.
Okay. My name is Candice. I am from Wickliffe, Ohio. And when I started Avon, I was just a beauty lover. So I was looking for a way to get a discount on my own makeup. And it had also been about 3 months after me and my husband got married. So money was a little tight. So I started it, with the beauty products and trying them all. And eventually I had different friends and people on social media that were asking me to order stuff for them. So I started making money doing it. And it was a great feeling because, I'd always relied on my husband for, our household financials and things. So being able to bring in a little bit of money was awesome. It was a great feeling. Eventually, I had people asking me if they could join my team, and that was really exciting. I wasn't exactly sure what that had meant, but I knew that, I was making an impact on somebody else that they wanted to join too. So that was great. Avon has helped us buy our first home. Avon actually, one of my greatest memories and, the greatest things that Avon has done for us is, like I said, when I joined, it was 3 months after we had gotten married. And, with us paying for the wedding and things like that, our money was tight, so we never got to be able to afford a honeymoon. And after we had bought our house, Avon released a video that they were doing a vacation incentive to the Bahamas. And I thought that sounded really awesome, although I wasn't really confident that, me being a newer representative, that was something that I could earn. But eventually, they released the dates for that trip, and it just so happened that it fell on our 3-year wedding anniversary. So I took that as a sign that, I really, really had to earn this trip. And they'd announced that I could earn it for 2 people. So I did. I worked so hard, and there was a lot of ups and downs during that time, but, I felt like I really owed it to not only myself, I felt that, with all the things that we'd gone through that, we really deserved that vacation, but I really owed it to my husband who worked so hard for our family. So I did. I earned it for 2, and we got to celebrate our wedding 3 years later in the Bahamas, and we didn't even have to pay for it. It was amazing. So
I remember you sharing that with me one of the first times we talked, and I was like, wow, that's something you'll look back on your whole time at Avon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could use a descriptor of your before Avon and after, like now, there's still more to come, right? The best is yet to come, but how would you describe yourself before and now?
I feel like before I was very dependent on other people. I was very dependent on my husband. We relied on him for everything. He worked really hard to, cover all the bills and things like that. And I think now, not only am I more of a independent person, I'm contributing so much, but what has made me feel even more, I guess, empowered by the company is that I have all these leaders on my team now that I'm doing the same thing for. So hearing their story it really puts it all together for me, and it just makes me just feel, so much better about the whole entire thing. It's amazing.
I know. I'm just so proud of you and proud to see just even how you've grown since I've known you, and I had known you from your time to start. So really from being dependent to a contributor when you think about your family, right?
Yeah.
And did you see yourself as someone that could mentor others before Avon?
No, I had been a department manager in retail before, but it's a completely different feeling. When you're a manager in that type of environment, you're telling them what to do so that you can meet your goal, like your goals as a manager.
Right.
But when you are a leader with Avon, you're not telling people what to do so that you can reach your own goals, but you're showing them the way so that they can reach their goals, and that is so much better of a feeling.
I was thinking about a girl I went to school with. She is, her and her husband own their own business, and she started working at our local grocery store. I don't know why. She's never needed to work. So maybe it's just for social, who knows? Or I'm wondering, he's quite a bit older than her. And I don't, we've kind of lost touch with each other. But it's interesting. I've noticed her working there. And then evidently she's moved into a managerial role, because I was just in there Sunday real quick, ran in, grabbed something. And so she was telling this guy he could take his break, and off and going. And she and I are very similar. And I thought about how in those jobs, there's a huge opportunity to mentor people. But, a lot of times people in a job like that don't want to be, or it's just not, a manager doesn't see themselves that way. I think about my granddaughter's boss at her work, and I think, oh, if that woman could just realize that she has a huge opportunity to mentor this young college girl, to role model the right behaviors of an adult woman. And my granddaughter seems to be more mature and responsible than this woman. That's well, she's not a nurse yet, but she's working in a assisted living, and this lady's the director of nurses. And I'm like, how can you become the director of nursing at a facility and not see that you have that? But so many people don't. So I think it really brought it home for me that when we recognize, no matter what kind of job we're in or role in our life, whether it's on a field trip with kids or, just in obviously owning our own business, it's a trait, that a lot of people don't think they even have a responsibility to have. So,
and I think that a big part of it for me, like knowing, like I never felt this way at my other job. I never felt like I was so appreciated and that I was really changing as a person. It was kind of just like a 9 to 5. But after seeing, what Avon has done for me, I think that really triggered, that love and appreciation for what this company does, and made me want to do the same for other people.
yeah.
So I think that makes a big difference. You kind of have to just experience it for yourself first, and then it just makes you want to share it with everybody.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for taking time today. I think we have like 3 more folks, and then I've got a couple of more that had came in like after I wrapped up. So my goal is to be able to circle back with all of you at least by next Friday and give you a heads up on how we use your story. And then I'm going to see you in a few weeks at Rep Fest.
Yes, cannot wait.
All right. Well,
All right.
have a great rest of your day. Thanks again, and we'll be in touch.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.